Good morning, friends. How are you guys? I woke up feeling like absolute crud this morning. Kind of like out of nowhere, really. But yeah, I got up, took a hot shower, like the hottest shower I could, and took some Dayquil, and it is helping. So yeah, we're gonna put our makeup on, and I'm gonna do a base with you. Kind of what I've been doing the last week or so, and chit chat. I wish I didn't wake up feeling like crud, but that's okay. It is better after I showered and stuff, but I really just don't have time for that right now. I don't have time to be sick right now. Good morning, Mom. Okay, I just did the Lumify whitening eye drops. I've talked about these a bunch, but if for some reason you are new to my videos or you just haven't seen it before, whitening eye drops is one thing also, sorry, this is crooked. My little thing's broken. I'm going to see if Cody can fix it. But anyways, whitening eye drops I swear by, especially if you have yellow or red or dry eyes. It is better than concealer, truly. See, this is too low. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Marty. Hey, Darcy. How are you, girls? But I can't really tip it. Okay. I didn't really want to mess with this once I got on, but I'm kind of going to have to because it's just not working. Nope, that's literally not better at all. How about now? There, maybe. What is everybody up to today? How was your guys' weekend? Alright, I did some eye patches today. I actually just got these and I really like them. They're hydrolyzed collagen eye masks. And they're nice and cool, which is good because since I apparently just got hit with a cold in the middle of the night, my eyes were super, super puffy, so that helped. But yeah, what are you guys up to today? We're gonna do our eyebrows. I never really do these on video, only once in a blue moon because it's so boring and it's definitely not my specialty. But once in a while I do get asked, so I try to do a video here and there. Except, where's my eyebrow stuff? That's what I can't find right now. It's probably right in front of me. Hello, where are you? I gotta do some serious housework. Oh, here it is. I wonder I couldn't find it. That sounds lame. Sorry you're not feeling well. Seems to be going around. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Especially just being coming into fall and school. Everyone's exchanging germs everywhere they go. Hopefully Carvey doesn't get it because he has 3 football games this week, which is crazy. And hopefully Zuri doesn't either. She actually came home to visit this weekend because they had a weekend off from volleyball games, and then the football game we were supposed to go to was canceled. So we had a very rare weekend with everybody at home and nowhere to go. That doesn't happen very often these days. Good morning. Marla, you've been away for a week hunting. I got to see a cute little bear eating berries with my new shake-free binoculars. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. You know what? I wouldn't want to be caught alone with a bear, that's for sure. I wouldn't want to be accidentally sneaking up on one, but bears are one of my favorite animals to watch because they are so funny. Just it's like watching a toddler with no mindset of repercussions. That's what bears remind me of. They are just so funny. So I always thought that bears would maybe be in like the canine or like the dog family, because if you watch them, they do a lot of like sniffing around like with their nose. You can see it like going up and down, and just like they're kind of just silly, you know what I mean? And I don't know, sometimes like certain dogs, like maybe a cow dog or something, kind of reminds me of like a little bear cub, but they're actually part of the pig family. How weird is that? I would have never thought bears and pigs were in the same animal family, but I guess if you look at like just their skeletons, they're like very similar. I've always just thought that was such a weird fun fact. My guy Mike with me, not Ruth. Okay, I thought that's what you meant. Well, that sounds fun. Did you guys get anything? Alright, we've got our eyebrows done enough. I'm like literally almost out of this. I gotta go through my drawer and see if I have another one, because I actually do not know if I do. Woo! Almost pulled the drawer all the way out. That would have been just great. I don't think I do. I do not think I do. I have another sheer skin. Yeah, I need to get another one of those and another face milk too. Okay, this is the primer I've been using, but I don't even know if I can get any out. No archery elk. Nice. Well, it's still fun to get out and go do something. I'm gonna see if I can like scrounge out a little bit out of this. I don't think I can. No. Alright, we're gonna switch it up just a little bit then, and I'm gonna use the face milk as my primer. I've been mixing the face milk with my sheer skin, but we'll just do this today. Good morning, Stacy. Darcy, my 7-year-old grandson, played his football game under the lights Saturday night. So cute. Such a great experience for the little ones. Oh my gosh, that is just adorable. How fun that they got to play under the lights. I was just scrolling on TikTok yesterday, and I saw the cutest little video, and it was like a Pee-wee football team. Like, they were probably 5, 6 right in there, and it was like their game day or whatever, and they ended up playing the local high school team, and it was just so funny because like you could just tell the high schoolers were being like super careful and like gentle, and like the little guys were like just ruthless, like full speed ahead, trying to like tackle them, cheap shot them in the back, like the whole 9. But it was such a cute little video. Not that that's the same thing, but just little guy football. They all look so cute in their little jerseys and stuff. Okay, so this is another thing I've been doing. I take like the tiniest bit, literally tiny, of the Golden Rose Liquid Glow Illuminator. So this is a primer and a highlighter in one. And I kind of just put it in like target areas like that I want to be highlighted. So like the tops of my cheekbones, kind of like under my eyes, and then right down the nose. And this is just going to be like peeking through and very subtle because I'm doing it under my foundation, and sometimes that's kind of what I like. But you need very little, so I try to use like the tiniest bit because usually I go in with too much right off the bat. Okay. Hey Desiree, how are you, girl? Alright, and then you can do these either way. I've been underpainting with this cheek stain. I actually tried this with you guys the other day, and I really liked it, so I've basically just been doing it every day since when I've been doing my makeup. So you can either do it now if you want it like super subtle, or I've been putting on sheer skin, then the stain, and then going in with powder. So it's not quite as subtle as under both layers of foundation. This isn't really a foundation. It's more of like a tinted serum is what I would call it. But yeah, you get the idea. It's actually Celeste. That was like one of the few things I still kind of keep using from them. There was a lip combo that I really like, and I still wear it once in a while. And then that primer I still use. I don't do a lot of Celeste stuff, but those are two products I still use like all the time. So I think I have it linked up above for you guys if you are interested in it. Okay, so what I've been doing is I've been using the barrier drops as my primer. These are both Ophir. And then I've been mixing the milk drops with the sheer skin. But since I did the milk drops as my base, I'm just going to go ahead and blend this in. I can't put the shimmer stuff under my eye. It makes my wrinkles too apparent. Yikes. I could totally see that, especially if it's like too shimmery. I think this kind of works for me because I'm putting it like underneath and then my foundation over top, you know? But totally see what you're saying. And I'm basically just taking my sheer skin and blending it all over. This is just going to kind of even out my skin tone, add some hydration. We've talked about this a lot, but like the more hydrated your skin is, the more youthful it's going to appear. Because you're still going to have the same fine lines and wrinkles, but when your skin's dehydrated versus hydrated, fine lines and wrinkles just pop way more. Like you can just really see them. So it's not necessarily that like they're gone, but like they kind of feel like it because you just can't see them. You know what I mean? Or they're very minimal the more hydrated and like youthful that your skin is. Sheer skin, obviously, is not foundation. It's a very light coverage. It's like your skin but better. So keep that in mind. But it looks really pretty like by itself. I obviously look like extra heck today. But it works really well under powder too, just because it's so hydrating. So that's what we're going to do today. But we are going to underpaint with this stain. How was the weather for you guys, Marla? Was it pretty good? We actually had a really warm weekend here. So yeah, and we've been I'm putting on a little bit of extra because we're doing underpainting. This is something kind of new to me. It's the brand Palladio. Probably saying that wrong, but I got it on TikTok Shop and I actually really like it. Anyways, we had a lot of warm weather this weekend, and of course today we have a football game, and it's kind of not that nice out, but hopefully they don't cancel. Anyways, we've had really weird weather for like Montana. I feel like normally, in my opinion, it's usually like a drought right now. Like August, September, even like end of July is typically a drought. See how pretty that just blends out, and it's just like the shade of a natural flush. This is in the shade Cherry Rose, which is like bright red. I know a lot of you guys hated it when I wore it like this. So just keeping in mind, like if there's ever a product in your drawer that you hate, try wearing it a different way. Maybe you might still hate it, but you might find that you actually like it if you try it a different way. So what I decided to do was instead of going in with like a full natural flush, I am using it as underpainting. Warm tomorrow in the high 90s. Woof. That's super warm. It hasn't been that warm here, but it has been in like the 80s and stuff. But anyways, I was going to say it's so weird because usually our like storm season is kind of like in June and like, July. And then typically it seems like after that it just gets so hot. I'm going to go in with some of the Unique powder and not a super thick layer, but just enough to build up that coverage and set this makeup in place. But anyways, typically it's like by mid-July, I feel like it's so hot that there really isn't any storms or anything. Sorry, I just don't want to have to blow my nose as soon as I do my foundation. Hi Jerry, how are you? Sorry girls. Anyways, it's like so hot that there really isn't like storms or rain. It just gets really like dry, you know what I mean? Like it gets kind of like droutish. And it's September and we're having like thunderstorms and stuff. It's so weird. Like I am glad that it's raining and stuff even though it's very, very odd, it is nice not having everything be like just completely brown. But it's very weird. Like, it's just not normal weather for us this time of year at all. And then today it's a high of like, it's in the 60s, and I see it's really cloudy. So hopefully it doesn't lightning or anything. Otherwise their football game's probably going to get canceled. And they already had one game canceled on Saturday. So Carby would be super bummed. I love this powder. Even though I do feel like heck, I took like the hottest shower that I could stand, and that definitely helped. Is the Unique powder good for mature skin? Definitely. It actually has shea butter, vitamin A, and vitamin E. So it's very like hydrating, and actually you don't want to do a thick layer with, especially with mature skin, because if it's thick in consistency, you're going to see a lot of that settling and like just where it's accentuating fine lines. So like this little sponge it comes with, I wouldn't use that. Just because you're taking, you know, more product and putting it in a small area. But just taking a fluffy brush like this one that I'm using and dusting it on, it's amazing for mature skin because it actually is very hydrating. So like as you're wearing it, like in a few hours, you'll notice that your skin looks like really glowy and hydrated, which obviously I feel like a lot of times powder kind of makes your skin look like dry. Not this one. It is so good. It is kind of on the pricey side for sure. Like no doubt about that, but it is really good. I've yet to find a powder foundation I like as much. Okay, Marla, I will message it to you. I did put it up in the description too, but I'll send you a direct link to the powder page once I get off of here. Okay, there it is. And see how the blush is just like super subtle, so it's more of like a natural look. It's not super overwhelming or like overpowering. It's like just kind of peeking through. That's what I want. All right, I am just going to do one last thing on live. I have something new to try, and I think this will be really pretty under it, is this little lip stain. So we'll see, and then I'm working on some new eyeshadow tutorials for you guys. So I tried to do, this is a peel off lip stain, so this is the Ola Bola. I linked it up in the description, but shade 01. And it's kind of like a peachy orangey color. It looks super dark when you put it on, and then when you peel it, it's like way lighter and just a stain. I actually had been seeing like different peel off lip stains, not necessarily this particular brand, for a long time, and I just thought, oh my gosh, these are not gonna work like they show. They honestly do. At least this one. I haven't used other brands, so I can't like compare anything, but this one in particular, it literally peels so easily. You just let it dry, and then you peel it off, and it's like way more subtle once you peel it. I find that it just peels like all in one. I'm not even having to like fight it. That's what I expected, was that I would be like having to roll and like try to really like get it off, you know? I thought it would be very difficult, and it's not at all. So if you were wanting to try these, but that made you hesitant, I can confirm they really do just come off so easily once they're dry. And they really don't take that long. I'm just going to darken it up just a little because, like I said, these are very light once you peel them. So if I'm not going to go in with like actual lip liner, I just want to make sure it shows. Good morning, Kenya. How are you? I have forgot to come back and listen to your voice message. I just realized that. All right, girls. I'm going to go blow dry my hair and stuff while this dries. I might go in with a little setting spray. I have a new lippy to try, so I'm excited to share that with you. And then I'm working on some new eyeshadow tutorials, so I'm pre-recording and making those like nice and short. So that way, when I make eyeshadow tutorials and I do it live, you guys already know this, but Facebook deletes them after 30 days. And I feel like eyeshadow tutorials are where I get the most questions of like how I applied it, exactly where I put the colors, things like that. So I've been trying to work on some pre-recorded ones so that way they don't delete. If you see one that you like or whatever, that way you can save it and try it. But yeah, so anyways, I feel like with lip stuff, it's a lot easier to just be like, oh, I use this stain and threw this over top. You know what I mean? Like you don't really need like that much of a tutorial for it. So yeah, but I hope you guys have a really good Monday. Stay away from the crud. I'm going to try to kick this hopefully by the end of the week. I have some echinacea and like some stuff like that. So I'll get my vitamins in today and hopefully not have this all week, but we will see because I don't have time for a sickness. So either way, I gotta keep on keeping on. But yeah, I'll go in my Instagram stories, which also shares to Facebook, or get an after photo once I get all the way ready. Hopefully I'm gonna have time to use the new crimper again today. I love it. If you guys didn't see, I posted a couple videos over the weekend and they are posted now. It is so fun. I cannot wait for you guys to start getting it. Those of you that ordered it. It's not like the old school crimper that looks just crazy and wild. Like it looks so good. And it left my hair so shiny. I wore it for 3 days. So the first day that I crimped my hair, day 2, and then yesterday I wore it again. And today I needed to run like the hottest water I could on my head. But I still had waves this morning, so I can't wait for you guys to get that one. But anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Marla. Fingers crossed. I'm going to just ignore this cold, and then it's going to go away, hopefully. But I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you girls tomorrow. Bye, guys.